Hey guys, good morning. It's a beautiful Saturday morning today here at my residence in Lincoln Avenue. I'm going to be going over to Kevin's house. He just purchased a 3-bedroom, 2-bath single-family home in Napa, and I'm going to be talking about preparations in regards to you getting your first property. If it's going to be a property that you want to live in, that's going to be another video, but the purpose of my videos moving forward will be how to prepare yourself to purchase your first rental property in the United States. And I will focus on here in California, since that's the only experience I have for now. So we'll be heading over to his house as a area of videos. So we'll see you guys there. Heading over to Kevin's house, and we're gonna go check it out, see the progress of the property. For those who do not know me, my name is Sammy Solis, and welcome to my YTC, aka YouTube channel, where I talk about finances, where I talk about how you could grow financially in a very smart manner. And in this series, I'm going to be talking about real estate and how to begin your real estate career, goals, and advances. So I get asked a lot, how do I start investing in real estate? And I think the number one thing that you should definitely, oh, look at this guy, he's checking me out. Or maybe not. Anyways, so the first thing that you want to do in real estate is ensure that you have good credit. Because you're going to be using a loan, unless you have a lot of cash, then that's a different strategy, but you're going to be using a loan for you to utilize to make a passive income. And as you get a loan, you have to ensure that you have good credit. If you don't have good credit, then it's going to be very challenging. It won't be impossible, but it'll be very challenging for you to start your real estate adventures and intent for a passive income. I may be posting a video here on credit cards and how to build your credit. I don't have a video on the details, but I could for sure reference someone that I know can explain it very well. So assuming that you have good credit is anything, I believe, above 700 would be good credit, and then above 740 is excellent credit. Anything above 740, if you have 800 or whatever, I think it goes up to 840. It doesn't really matter in regards to the type of interest rate you will get. So a little bit of an interest rate. Interest rate is the charge that the lender will give you for borrowing their money. So let's say you borrow $100 and there's an interest rate of 1%. That means that you're gonna pay, at the end of the loan, you'll pay $101. So let's say the loan's only for 1 month. The interest rate within a year would be about $1. So definitely that's something that you would need to look into in regards to interest rates, and I could speak a little about that in another video. Today I'm only going to be talking about the overall preparation of getting into real estate, and one of them is ensuring that you have good credit so you can get a really good rate on a loan that you will utilize as leverage for you to create passive income. The second item that you should prepare yourself would be ensuring that you have minimal debt. Anytime a bank wants to lend you money, they're going to look into the debt that you have. How much debt do you have, which means how much risk are they lending to you. So if you're a person that has a lot of debt, then you're going to maybe be a person that is high risk. So definitely, before you get into real estate investing, you want to make sure that the debt that you have is either making you money, or if it's liability debt like a new car or a new boat or credit cards, you need to make sure that debt is below at least 30% of your utilization rate, which, in other words, let's say you have a credit card or credits of $50,000, and if it's below 30%, which I believe may be what, like, I don't know, 15 grand, then that is considered a healthy debt to income ratio. So definitely you want to make sure, I mean, the best thing would be for you to have zero debt, but as we get older, we tend to get into more debt, so definitely it's a little more difficult, but you definitely want to make sure that you have no debt. If you have no debt, then you're in good shape. The third thing that lenders are going to look into would be your income. How much money are you making per year? If you have your own business, then they will look into a 2-year profit and loss balances and what you have reported to the IRS. So if you have cash and if you don't report that to the IRS, then that's not considered a liable source of income. You definitely want to, which is why it's important to report the money that you make, so that when you're about to get a loan, banks can verify that you made that money based off of what you report to the IRS. So definitely, as we get older and as you want to jump into investments and for you to qualify for a loan, that is very important for you to consider. Again, you don't need to get a loan. If you have all cash, you want to purchase a property all cash, then that's awesome. If you don't, then, which the majority don't, then that is the route to go. So what is your income? And based off of that will determine the loan, or what they say, the purchasing power for buying a real estate property. Alrighty, so a little side commercial. I have arrived in the premises of Kevin's new property, and there is a home for sale here. So we're gonna check that out near his property as I park here. Definitely these homes in Napa are either really nice or they need a lot of work. I've noticed that. So let's check this out. It's very close to his property. And let me get my coffee, because that's something I always need. Started going to the gym finally after the COVID situation here. I may need to get my mask because some people freak out a little bit, which is totally fine, you know. Much respect for those that are prudent. And I'm just gonna have it here in my ear, ready to go in case someone freaks out. Actually, maybe I should just take it off and then just have it here. Anyways, so this is the property that I'm checking out right now. So check this out. So this is a property. This is not Kevin's property, but this is a property very close to his house. And I'm just looking at it. See if I can flip my phone here so I can show you guys what I'm looking at. No, I cannot. All right, anyways, so I'm looking at it. I'm looking at the vegetation. I'm looking at the landscape. I'm looking at the structural integrity of the property. I mean, it looks pretty basic. I mean, it's not bad. It looks pretty basic. So let's check this out. So this is looking at the flyer that they have here, right here. And it looks all right. The kitchen needs an upgrade. Bathroom, the backyard looks fine. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,200 square feet. The lot is 5,100 square feet, which is awesome. New roof, new water heater, refrigerator included, 2 sheds, multiple fruit trees. Cool. So this is a nice. It's being offered at $555,000. I honestly don't think this is worth that much, but because it's Napa, and because it's Napa, homes here are very valuable due to demand. There's a lot of demand, which is why homes are very expensive here, because everyone wants to live here. If no one wanted to live here, then people will put the prices down until they purchase. So and because of COVID, there's just been a lot of scare of people showing their homes and stuff, and there's not a lot of homes for sale because they don't want people to go into the house, or so that's why prices are relatively still high, because there's not that much inventory, meaning more high demand, higher prices. So yeah, that was nice. I like to kind of drive around. What's up, Kevin? There's Kevin right there on the corner. He got some food or something, so anyways, we'll wait for him here. But yeah, just it's really nice to kind of as you're driving around, and you start to see some homes for sale, just check them out and stuff like that. So it's pretty nice, it's pretty awesome. Anyways, here's Kevin. What's up, man?
How's it going, man?
Pretty good. Just doing a film here. But yeah, that's good. Yeah, so every Saturday I'm coming over to Kevin's house just to check out the progress of his new house, and definitely pretty excited to see the progress of it as well. So we'll check it out. So we're going into the property now. It's being renovated as we speak. They're gonna install new windows in about a couple of weeks, hopefully sooner. So this is gonna be the kitchen. They have recessed lights already here. It seems like they already painted the interior of the house already. This is the major living room, which used to be garage. I'm putting recessed lights there. It looks real nice. They're gonna put 2 sliding doors here where the washer and dryer is gonna go. This is the actual. This is like the living room. This is going to be probably the dining. That's going to be like another living room area. So here we're walking through the hallway. We have a bathroom here. One of the bathrooms. They look great. And we have one of the rooms here that has been fully painted. It's great. They're going to put new floors as well. One of the other rooms here, which this one has now been rented out for the new tenants that's going to be coming in. I cannot say how much because that is confidential, but you can look up to see how much they rent in Napa. This is going to be Kevin's room, which he has his own bathroom here, which is really nice. It's going to be probably for like window, his mirror, put his stuff in. They're gonna put a new window there. So what they did today was, or throughout the days, is they did all the textures, they did all the plaster, and they put I think it's called PVC paint, and then primer, and then 2 coats of paint. So definitely pretty exciting to see this come into reality. All right, guys, so that's basically a really quick run through of this property here. So just a little tip in regards to when you want to purchase your first investment property. You want to buy a property that is in and below the rental market. Definitely, this property here was probably, I want to say 20% below the rental market in terms of its value, and also the potential appreciation or forced appreciation of what this property can give is probably 50% more. So as you probably saw on the flyer here, let me get the flyer. So the flyer here, they're selling this property for $5,555, and the kitchen's pretty basic. The backyard is basic. I don't know why they didn't show the bathrooms, maybe because they're not updated. And definitely this property here that we're in could probably be sold if the owner wants to sell it. Maybe it could be sold for 600 grand easily once all the renovations are done. So definitely a flip opportunity could have occurred during this pandemic. Flips are yet still profitable, a little more risky. However, he plans to house hack this property, which means he's gonna live in it and rent out the other rooms so that essentially he doesn't pay any mortgage. A lot of people do that when they first get into real estate, is they house hack a property, either a duplex or a house. They rent out 2 other rooms if you're comfortable to do that, and essentially you live for free. Or hopefully you get some sort of profit at the end. So it's definitely very nice to have, and something that you would want to look into. A property that's, number 1, distressed, number 2, below the market value, so that you could then be able to renovate it. Maybe not you, but hire someone or a team, you know, after getting multiple quotes for the best price within your budget, and calculate that to ensure that you get a really good return. So probably in another video, I will show you guys how to calculate a return if it's a good deal or not. But basically that is kind of like the run through of what I wanted to show you guys. Is number 1, make sure you have good credit. Number 2, make sure you have little to zero debt. Number 3, ensure that you have enough income that will determine your buying power. And number 4, ensuring that you buy a property that is below market for you to then be able to rent it out at a good price. So maybe in another video, I will show you guys how do you know if a rental property is profitable or not. So let me know below in the comments. If you guys haven't done so already, go ahead and press the like button, and also the subscription so that YouTube could notify you whenever I post up a new video. And other than that, if you guys have questions, let me know. Until next time.